ASMR Girly Gal. Today we're doing something new again. It is a mental floss logic puzzle. Extra sweet puzzles with the cherry on top. I have not done logic puzzles in forever. I did a few to practice and it's so fun. I love it. It is my new obsession, so let's get right into it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. And if you are subscribed, then welcome back. I'm so happy to have everybody here, so let's get right into it. I like that this is on a little binder because it makes it easier for me to fold. So let's start. Scary stories. Sitting around a campfire at midnight is one of the best ways to tell a ghost story. Just the other night, 4 friends had a sleepover and told the spookiest stories they knew. From these clues, try to figure out who told which story. So, our clues are as follows. Clyde's story was not about the werewolf or zombie, and it did not take place at school. So I'm gonna cross those out right away. So Clyde wasn't about the werewolf or the zombie. And he did not tell it at school. Sometimes I like to do these in pen, so if I have to start over, I can just erase everything, but I have my for sure clues, for sure logic, because it literally tells us that it wasn't about the werewolf or the zombie, and it wasn't at school, so perfect. Joy told their story, which took place in the attic but was not about a vampire, before the story about the zombie. Okay, so it literally tells us that Joy told their story in the attic. So I'm gonna go like this. That means that it for sure happened there. And so nobody else can tell their story in the attic. And Joy didn't tell it anywhere else. So you can go up and across, kind of like Sudoku. So, Joy told their story, which took place in the attic, but was not about a vampire. So I'll cross that off right away. Before the story about the zombie. So Joy told their story before the story about the zombie. So logically that tells me that Joy's story was not about the zombie. So let's X that out. Which means the zombie could not be in the attic, and neither could the vampire. Because Joy told their story So I'm just gonna color that in. Then we're gonna go up and down because our werewolf obviously can't be in the attic, the forest, or the school, so we X out all of those. And then that leaves the ghost in the attic. And X these out because the ghost can't be told in the forest, the graveyard, or the school. And who do we know that's in the attic with the ghost? Joy has the attic, so logically she has the ghost. Go like that. So then Sue would have to have the werewolf. Perfect. Clyde would have to have the vampire. Because he couldn't have anything else, so just process of elimination. Okay, so I'm gonna write down the names. The camper, Clyde, Joy, Sue, Walter, and the scenario. The scenario is like the location, so Clyde told the story about the vampire. Joy did about the ghost. Sue did about the werewolf. And Walter did about the zombie. Perfect, so the werewolf was in the graveyard, and who was the werewolf? Sue, so we could put Sue, the graveyard. Perfect. These just get so much, they get to be so much fun. So by process of elimination, now we have Clyde, and he is in the forest, and Walter is at the school. Clyde as the vampire in the forest. And then we could put the vampire in the forest here. Perfect. Joy as the ghost in the attic. Sue as the werewolf in the graveyard. And Walter stop him from buying a stuffed animal at every zoo visit. Okay, I'm not gonna quite cross out anything yet. I'm sure that Timothy has the stuffed animal, but let me just make sure. Tony did not buy a poster. Okay, so let's X that off. The person who likes the bears did not buy a sticker book. So bears, let's go down to sticker book. Did not buy a sticker book. And like all that's left. So the pickup truck has to be black, which means the pickup truck cannot be red. The pickup truck cannot be blue. And the pickup truck cannot be green. Perfect. Ryan and the guy who drove the trailer actually know each other from junior high school, whereas Rick and the guy in the red vehicle only met for the first time in 7th grade. So logic tells us that Ryan and the guy who drove the trailer are two separate things, so Ryan cannot be driving the trailer. Whereas Rick and the guy in the red vehicle, so logic tells us that Rick cannot be in the red vehicle. Only met for the first time in the 7th grade. There might be more to this one, but we can come back to it. Roger drove the moving van, which is not green. So it literally just tells us sometimes. Roger drove the moving van. So Ryan did not drive the moving van, and we can X these out. It's fun when you get one because you can just X it all out. And the moving van is not green. And Roger was not in the green moving van. So Roger X out the green in the moving van. X out the green. The green vehicle was not the station wagon. So we can see the green matched up with the vehicle was not the station wagon. Gonna X that out. Station wagon green. Which leaves the green vehicle to be the trailer. The trailer lines up with green. Perfect. And we're gonna X out all of these. Go up to the side. So the trailer can't be any of these things. So perfect. The green vehicle was not the station wagon. And the blue vehicle was not driven by Roy. So the blue vehicle was not driven by Roy. Blue. X out Roy. Perfect. Okay, so now we've reached a little bit of an impasse, so let's go look at some of our past things. So I want to look at number 3 specifically. Brian and the guy who drove the trailer actually know each other before junior high, whereas Rick and the guy in the red vehicle only met for the first time in 7th grade. So the trailer is green. Ryan and the guy who drove the trailer, which is Rick or Roy. Okay. Trailer actually know each other. Like, if the guy who drove the trailer was Rick, you wouldn't say Rick, right? Ryan and Rick knew each other before junior high, whereas Rick and the guy in the red vehicle, that could make sense. Let's see, what color can the trailer be? The trailer is green. Ryan and the guy who drove the trailer actually know each other before junior high, whereas Rick and the guy in the red vehicle. actually know each other before junior high, whereas Rick and the guy in the red vehicle. Well, Rick could be the guy in the trailer too. Rick could be the guy in the trailer too. We just don't know. So let's see. Ryan, blue. Okay. This is really stumping me for some reason, but Ryan and the guy who drove the trailer actually know each other from before junior high school. So Ryan can't drive the trailer. Rick can't drive. Where's Rick and the guy in the red vehicle? I'm gonna say Rick can't drive the trailer. I'll say he's in the station wagon, because I don't think they'd freeze it like that. Roy, I think, is in the trailer. Yes, okay. Let's go like that. And Ryan was in the pickup truck. So the pickup truck is black, driven by Ryan, so Ryan has to drive the black. Makes sense. So let's go like that. Perfect. And so this would be blue. Rick drove the blue. This is the green. So the red, driven by Roger in the moving van. Perfect, so let's write down our names. Rick. Rick drove the station wagon and it's blue. Roy drove the trailer and it's green. Roger drove the moving van and it's red. And Ryan drove the pickup truck and it's black. Fix, so I'm gonna go check those in the back. That is correct, and I think we're gonna stop there for today. Thank you all so much